Dear student, my name is Avinash, lecturer in Electronics and Communication Engineering Department, Jain Polytechnic, Belagavi. Today we are going to learn the concept e-waste of your medical electronics subject. Okay. The contents covered in this session are the introduction to the e-waste disposal methods, landfilling of e-waste, acid bath of e-waste, incineration, recycling of e-waste, and reuse of electronic devices. Okay, let's start with the introduction. E-waste is electronic products that are unwanted, not working, and nearing or at the end of their usual life. Okay, computers, televisions, VCRs, stereos, copiers, and fax machines are everyday electronic products. The ongoing challenge of how best to dispose of used and unwanted electronics isn't a new one. Okay, it dates back at least to the 1970s. Since from then we have facing of disposal of these electronic wastes. But a lot has changed since then, particularly the number of electronics being discarded today. So we should know what exactly the e-waste. E-waste is any electrical or electronic equipment that's been discarded. Okay, this includes working and broken items that are thrown in garbages or donated to any charity. Often, if the item goes unsold in the store, it will be thrown away. E-waste is particularly dangerous due to the toxic chemicals that are naturally leach from the metals inside when it is buried. Okay, so what are the sources for this e-waste? I have listed here some of the sources like home appliances, electronic utilities, communications and information technology devices, home entertainment devices, office and medical equipments. Okay, so now see, home appliances includes microwaves, electrical cookers, heaters, fans, etc. Now coming to the communication and information technology devices, it includes cell phones, smartphones, desktop computers, computer monitors, circuit boards, hard drives, etc. Whereas home entertainment devices like DVDs, stereos, televisions, copiers, printers, etc. Right. Office and electronic utilities. So electronic utilities like lamps, smart lights, night lights, smart watches, heart monitors, diabetic testing equipments, all are the electronic utilities e-waste. And now office and medical equipment. These include IT server racks, IT servers, cord and cables, Wi-Fi dongles, defibrillators, autoclaves, audio and video equipments, etc. So these are some of the sources for the e-waste. Now moving to the next concept. As we just studied, this electronic waste is a really harmful or hazardous to the human beings and also the other living systems on this world. So we should follow a proper disposal methods for this electronic waste. So there are different methods for this e-waste disposals. So I have listed here, as you can see, the landfilling of e-waste, acid bath, incineration method, recycling of e-waste, and reuse of electronic devices. So we study all these disposal methods one by one in detail. Okay. The first method is landfilling method. So this landfilling method is the most common methodology of e-waste disposal. The soil is excavated and trenches are made for burying the e-waste in it. Okay, an impervious liner is made of clay or plastic with a leachate basin for collection and transferring of e-waste to the treatment plant. However, landfill is not an environmentally sound process for disposal of the e-waste as a toxic substances like cadmium, lead and mercury are released inside the soil and groundwater. Okay, so simply in this land filling method, what we are doing, soil is excavated and trenches are made. As you can see, there is a lot of e-waste they have collected, and simply they are making the trenches, and inside that trenches they are burying the e-waste. This is the land filling method for the e-waste disposal. Now moving to the next concept of e-waste disposal, that is acid bath. Acid bath involves the soaking of the electronic circuits in the powerful sulfuric or hydrochloric or nitric acid solutions that free the metals from the electronic pathways. The recovered metal is used in the manufacturing of the other products, while the hazardous acid waste find its way in the local water sources, right? So in this figure you can see that e-waste worker using one bottle he has taken. In that bottle he had put acid, okay, and then one circuit board he has soaked in that, so that he is simply removing all the hazardous and he is collecting other materials. So this is the acid bath method of e-disposal or e-waste disposal. Okay, moving to the next method. So the next method of e-waste disposal is incineration. Okay, this is a controlled way. Incineration is a controlled way of disposing of the e-waste, and it involves the combustion of electronic waste at high temperature in specially designed incinerators. Okay, this e-waste disposal method is quite advantageous as the waste volume is reduced extremely much. Okay, and also the energy can be obtained. Okay, that is utilized separately. Okay, however, it is also not free from disadvantages, because it is going to create the environmental hazards. Okay, means it is going to create some harmful gases of mercury and cadmium in the environment. So as you can see in the figure, that simply it is involved in the combustion of e-waste at a temperature. Okay, this is a method of incineration. Moving to the next method. Next method is recycling of e-waste. So as we know, the mobile phones, monitors, CPUs, floppy drives, laptops, keyboards, cables and other connecting wires can be reutilized with the help of the recycling process. Okay, this recycling process involves the dismantling of the electronic devices and separating the hazardous substances from that dismantled contents, and then recovery of precious metals like copper, gold or lead with the help of efficient, powerful e-waste recycler. Okay, the most crucial thing here is the choosing the right kind of recycler that does not break laws and handle the e-waste in the eco-friendly manner. Okay, nowadays there are many e-waste recycling companies coming up with the pickup facilities collecting obsolete electronic items from your home. Okay, moreover, they are also running the several recycling programs for the user, retailers and manufacturers for the collection of electronics. Okay, this is the recycling of e-waste method. Now moving to the next method, that is reuse of electronic devices. Okay, this is the most desirable e-waste recycling process, where with a slight modification in the mobile phones, computers, laptops, printers can be reused or given as a second-hand product to the other person. The old electronic equipment can also be donated in the various charity programs and thus helping the persons in need. Moreover, there is a better way also by selling the old mobile phones or laptops to some recycling or refurbishing companies. Several websites are acting as the middleman between the recycler and electronic user. Okay, it is a win-win situation for the user, as they not only get rid of the old mobile phones but also get paid after reselling it. Okay, this is the reuse of electronic device method of the e-waste disposal management. Okay, I hope all these concepts of electronic